Just to make you, I finally started watching you in 7th grade. I'm 22. Love you, Tom.
Oh
You're the
my
realest
God.
voice out there. Oh, God. Maybe you shouldn't tell me that. You should lie.
Oh my goodness. I mean, he is me if, like, during the Drunken Peasant stuff, because I would have started watching them in 7th grade. With you, I think I was 16 when I started watching, so.
Oh, Jesus, don't tell me. Now, it's weird. It's like, there. But it's like weird. It's weird coming from you because I talk to you every day.
Shit happens.
Moto's having a rough year? I don't think so. Well, maybe.
Yeah,
He had a rough 2024. I think he's doing the right here.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right, yeah. I saw somebody saying, "Oh, isn't it lame? We're going to sue people for saying shit. Doesn't he believe in free speech? Defamation isn't protected speech by the First Amendment. Not even principle. Lying about somebody, like it's like this. Let's say you're trying to get into a master's program, right? And I call them and I say, she's involved with Nazi. Just make shit up. She's involved with the group. She's involved with the far left group. She's this, that. She's violent. She beats her boyfriend. She was back in the States. There was an investigation into her investigation into poisoning her mother. And by the way, it just comes out of my head. I watch a lot of crime stuff, And by the way, she has told me personally that she enjoys hearing the stories about the children of Gaza being killed.
God!
If they listen, well, exactly. I was like, so I just made up a bunch of shit. That's a crime. So I don't know if everybody's. I heard Muta's wife say, "Well, everybody's a lawyer now." And she's kind of right because I don't know if that's going to stand up in court. I don't know the fact that he's a public figure will do into that, but I don't care if he's if they're sitting there saying calling him a genocidal maniac and he can prove some kind of damages. Go for it. Go for it. I don't care. It's fine with me. I mean, they're clearly lying about him. I do believe he's a sincere Muslim. You know why? Because he didn't tell me. His wife did. I thought he was a Muslim. Like I was a Catholic, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You prod optimist, like me and Optimus. Like he's a Protestant Scotsman, right? Proud, right? Rangers, right? Just like I'm an Irish American, proud, But the religion part is not really a part of it as far as like literal belief. It's more our culture and our background, right?
Yeah.
Right. And he's like, shut up, you bead popper. So, I don't know that he's going to win in court. And you know what? Here's another thing. Who cares if he doesn't? Who cares if he doesn't win? I just like the idea of suing these people. I mean, he's got the right to sue if they're making shit up about him. I mean, or is the, I'm starting to notice a thing like this with everybody that might support Israel or maybe have a little less sympathy for Hamas getting called a genocidal maniac. Well, is it actual legitimate political criticism or is it ad hom? So I hope Mota does it. I think it's funny as hell he might do something. And I tell you something, I don't even know, I didn't bother researching, I didn't give a shit. Whoever's saying that shit about him, and they find, I think it's funny as hell. I think it's good. You can't make shit up about people. Luckily for you, there's an extremely ridiculously high bar to be found guilty of something like libel or slander or defamation. So, and the fact that he's a public figure, you might win, but I mean, still don't make it right. And if he wants to sue, fucking fine with me. It's not like he's suing because he called what's a slur for Indians or Muslims? I don't know. Let's think of a slur right now. I'll go to the chat for that. Chat, can you give us some racist slurs now?
Yeah, no thank you here.
I almost strapped you. It's not like he's suing him for calling him some anti-Muslim or a Pachit or something like that. There you go. There's a racist slur. Like I'm suing, that'd be horseshit. But you're suing about him lying. I don't believe for a minute that Mutahar, and I got my issues with him, doesn't want to see children get killed in Gaza or anywhere else. He wants them to stop. I love Trump when he did that. Stop dying. I mean, I don't think that's a really out there belief. I don't think it's like that, like out there to think that he doesn't want baby body parts on the wall for all sides. Like, I mean, I think he's kind of just a YouTuber and, you know, will make the right decision based on his YouTube career and not necessarily make the honorable one. All right, fine. But I don't think for a minute, for a second, that he's so cold that he would want the IDF or any other group of people slaughtering people. Just a crazy guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm off on this one. Like, the fuck out of here, man. The fuck out of here.
Yeah, if you disagree, you can call in and we'll have a lovely conversation.
Tell me where he's that much of a maniac. I'm interested. Why do you feel that way? Oh, Jesus Christ. I think he's I got issues with him, but I don't think that's going to be one of them. All right. Jeannie will read for us a response to defamatory claims. And this happened yesterday. I thought this issue was kind of dead. This live chat viewer for XSplit sucks. But then again, I use still XSplit, and all the people are like, why do you do that? Oh, there we go. It's coming in. Let's see. All right. Go ahead. Kick me in the teeth. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Okay. In the last couple
and get ready to be interrupted. Get ready. Go ahead.
I can deal with that. Don't worry. I've read stuff for you before. In the last couple of weeks, a YouTuber, Noah Samsen, has uploaded a few videos labeling me as a quote-unquote genocide supporter in the title and thumbnail of the video. So then I'm just going to pause to that. 2 weeks ago, Noah Samsen uploaded a video, the YouTubers who backed a genocide.
Some ordinary Zionist.
Oh, yeah,
so to be honest, movie, do you think he can win the lawsuit? Probably not, because the bar's too high, but I don't think that matters. I think he has every right to flag. Somebody's calling him a genocidal maniac. That's not true. You want to do something about it, go do something about it. I would be talking shit about people that are filthy rich like this and making up lies and then clinging to the First Amendment when you get called out on it. Go fuck yourself. Get some, bitch. You know? All right, go ahead.
Yeah. So it's got Destiny, some dude I don't know, Turkey Tom, some ordinary gamers, and Ethan Klein on the video.
All right. I've known Tom since he was a kid. I don't think he likes to see baby parts like blown up all. I'm going out on a limb here. I'm going. Ugh. Noah Samsen's PDF file. My source. I made the fuck up. Here you go. Go ahead.
Yeah. So today, me and the team sat down to watch them and could not find a single clip of me supporting the Israeli government or any of its genocidal practice. Mutahar goes on to say, then normally I'd not engage with this discourse, but this has affected my business, aka business, and has bled into my.
You affect my business, my friend. My friend, this is my business. You are destroying my business, my friend. Go ahead.
Funnily enough, Nick corrected him in the replies. So it was pretty funny. As a Muslim, I have always supported my people, and I've never talked about this topic with much political knowledge. That said, you don't need to be knowledgeable to stand against the injustices by the Israeli Defense Force. Journalists and civilians have Journalists and civilians have recently been killed in a wave of attacks, ending a short-lived ceasefire. That is never okay and needs to end, and I hope in my lifetime it does.
It won't, but go ahead.
In regards to Noah and his defamation, I never want to financially harm or bring a lawsuit to a creator, but slander like this is far too extreme and unchecked, which at this time like this institution, which is at this.
Oh, I thought you were reading.
Oh
You're
my
supposed
God,
to read. You're
Mutahar.
supposed to read on your end. You're supposed to read on your end. That's the idea.
I am.
You're
No,
not.
I
You're not.
am.
Oh, I thought because
Like,
I made it big and it
he's
freaked
written
you.
it like shit.
Oh,
No, he's
Mutahar. I
written
thought
it
you were
like
like
shit.
I thought you were a smart. Well, you're like an Asian kid. You were in the good math classes.
Well, he misspelled business. It's business, and then okay, like
My
this
business, my friend.
is okay.
Yeah, go
A
ahead.
slander like this is far too extreme and unchecked, which is at this time, which I'm going to say, assume he meant, which at this time we are exploring legal action against Noah for defamation / slander. He just inserted a couple of things. It looks like a notes app type thing where I don't know.
The busyness, my friend. Needs to add note in regards to definition. I never want to financially harm anybody, a creator. I do.
Some ordinary tuners donated $5. Warboy, ladies and gentlemen, we have doozy today. Today we are going to be bombing the Gaza Strip, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey guys! Long time no see. I haven't been a video in a while. Today, we're going to be got.
Whoa, boy, ladies and gentlemen, we have a doozy today. Today, are going to be that. Yeah.
I don't know. I think, if he wants to sue them, I'm actually interested. You guys can call in now and see if you can argue with me. And I'll leave it in the segment when I cut it. But I have zero problem with what he's doing. I don't know if it's fruitless. Like, this idea that he shouldn't do it because it won't work. Okay. Who cares? I understand that I do understand that sort of a chill might be put down, for YouTubers, but, and it might set a bad standard, but if it's jokes or ad homs or it's just really, 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 really mean, then I'm with you. But if it's like, this guy is for children getting killed and I'm serious, no fucking shit. And so's Turkey Tom and so's Destiny. They want to do something about it. Go ahead. Prove in court that that's what they want. Because you're not going to be able to do it because you're just making it up. So yeah, go get him, Mood. I don't fucking care. It's funny to me. I mean, Jesus. Am I crazy here? Does anybody want to, can anybody even argue with me about that? This guy is a sincere Muslim, right? That apparently doesn't make his wife go into to whatever they go into. And, and he's saying he wants other Muslims to be killed. That's kind of thing. And he's not, I'm even more extreme than he is. I like the IDF. I think they're doing a fine job. You know why I think they're doing a fine job? Because I don't see them doing anything that my army didn't do. I don't think there's any bit of a difference. How's that for controversial? Yeah, but all these children, these children, civilians are getting killed. That's true. That's where the terrorist group they're trying to hunt down is hiding. And guess why that happened? Because they attacked her. They attacked a bunch of civilians. So that's the way I see it. You want to get breathless to me about genocide? Yeah, that means every war is a genocide. This is genocide everyone is. That this is somehow fucking different than every other fucking war. I'm sure there's war crimes over there. I'm sure there's atrocities the IDF has committed. But it's just they tried to make out all the Vietnam soldiers as being mostly just war criminals and stuff like that. I know there was a real movement when I was a kid in the 80s to kind of dress up Vietnam soldiers. The only way they could be respected if they were disgraced and disgruntled by the left. That changed after the first Gulf War, when people actually started loving soldiers again. It hasn't went away since. Super. But I mean, I'm sure there's good, just like what I experienced in the military, there's probably good and bad ones, There's probably homicidal maniacs. I serve with a few homicidal maniacs. I'm absolutely sure of it. And there's also superheroes. Go ahead. What's up?
Well, I've got two things that maybe basically one guying you, but I think because we're rating on callers.
Sure.
There are two people in chat. So one of them, Burps McGurps. I don't know if they will, but I'm just saying their comments because one of them is fair use is something of the past apparently. So that's one of the comments. And then it's also, how is this person's video showing clips of Mutahar speaking different from literally any other comment video on YouTube?
I think he's calling him a homicidal maniac. I guess he's suggesting that those evidence leads to the fact that this guy is homicidal. And to be honest with you, I'm not going to do what everybody else does. I'm not a lawyer. That's something the courtroom's going to have to decide. When you make, by the way, I'm subject to this too. You make extreme statements and you say these clips of him talking equals pro-genocide, you might have to defend yourself in court. There is nothing illegal about that. Not a thing. There you go. You asked for it. Now you got to prove what you said. And the thing is, you're just calling people fucking names. And, you know, I've seen this before with, you know, the right does this. They call everybody commies. The left does, they call everybody Nazis. And then somebody just said, you know what? I'm looking into this shit. I'm all for it. There you go. And it's not about fair use. Is he suing him for using his video? No, he's suing him for defamation, which is a protected speech in any civilized country. In fact, the bar in England is so fucking low. Look what happened to Cabos. He had proof that, and it would never went anywhere in the States, that Deji was doing shit with botting and what have you. Drop dead proof, but it didn't reach the level of proof you needed in the UK. So yeah, there's your answer. Anyone else?
Then there was another guy, Burn the World 10. Mm-hmm. I mean, we're also in a community where the word pedophile is used against anyone for any reason. I don't see any of us suing each other over it.
I would if I could. Absolutely. I have a family. No, I would do. I just don't have the means. He does. And we are in a community like that. I hate that. I hate it. I would absolutely want to make somebody permanently homeless if I could, if they meant that literally. I'm not talking about if they call me an ad hom or something like that, but if it was a meme or something like that. But if somebody really put that out there and said something like that, yes, I would want to change their life forever and know that everything they earn for the rest of their life is only going to end up in my bank account. Because it's wrong. It's not free speech. That's not protected speech. So there you go. Yeah, it happens. That's why I like it. You got, from my perspective, for somebody who's been called a sexual abuser, a pedophile, somebody who pisses on children, you know, all this stuff, just for speaking my mind or joking around about something. I would love to do something about it, but I just don't have the means. He does. So to me, it's like inspiring. I hate that. Generational poverty, exactly. I would love to do that to somebody who would sit there and go in a camera and said that I did something horrid, like to somebody, that I believe in something that's horrid. Yes, I'd absolutely love that. That's why you're allowed to do stuff like that. Now, would I win? I don't know. Is it worth it? Probably not. But you know what? That's for MUTAHAR to decide. It's not protected speech. Defamation, libel, slander is not protected. Even when it's funny, you know? Yeah. So yeah, sure. I would love to do that. If I was a multimillionaire, I would sue a teenager. How about that? If he's like 17, 18 years old, yeah, I'd ruin his life. And I'd make an example of him. You know, I'll tell you something who else did that. Derek Coleman used to play for the New Jersey Nets, who are now the Brooklyn Nets. He got accused of rape, got arrested, the whole fucking nine. And what these athletes usually do is they find out the girl's kind of fucked up. She's trying to get a buck and they let it go. He followed through. He's like, because she's going to, and his answer, like the media started getting on him. And he said, why are you doing this? Because she's going to do it to somebody else till it works. And it stops with me. I'm suing her. I didn't rape her. I didn't hurt her. She defamed my character, my reputation, could potentially ruin my career. I'm going to make sure she works at McDonald's. Good for him. Based, as the kids say today. So I don't think you should be able to make up shit like that. You know? Jokes, satire, ad homs, meme, no, then I'd be with you. But if you're gonna sit there and say that this guy is pro-genocide, based on a couple of tacit statements he made politically, really based on the fact that he doesn't support religious extremists, you know, no, fine. Generational poverty. Yeah, you like your grandkids feel it. That'd be funny. Yeah, sure, fine, fuck it. There you go. Anybody want to argue with me? Come on, bring it. I want to hear. Maybe I missed it. Go ahead.
Well, Wavy was in the chat, and so basically, it's kind of updated us. The Billy Mitchell versus Carl Jobst verdict is supposed to come out, I shit you not, April Fool's Day.
I'm nervous about that one. I'm nervous about that.
I've sent you the thingy for it. Yeah. Well, and he says like that would be kind of set the precedent for this.
Yes and no. It's Australia now because no, it won't set any precedent. Not in our land. It might get people to think. Their thing is different. Like from what I understand, I'm not a lawyer, or especially an Australian lawyer. You could sue somebody for calling you names, being really mean, saying things like "I believe that so and so contributed to this person's suicide," right? You're certainly allowed to believe something like that, but the bar is really low. Again, with Muta though, I don't know if he has a case, but let a court decide. I don't have a problem with that. Maybe he's sick of getting called a murderer. I don't fucking know. You have recourses for that. Let's see what and you know what? Maybe a Muta case, if he sues somebody in the United States, maybe that would set a precedent. Maybe it set a all right, so you can go this far, but you can't go that far. I don't have a problem with that. I don't plan to be calling people, just murderers and pro-genocide because they disagree with me. So, well, it can affect me. It can affect you. So, what that guy said, if it's just a bunch of clips where he's come up with the conclusion, honestly, that he's pro-genocide, well, maybe this guy Noah's got a case. Maybe they're just going to drop it right there and then, right? But Muta's got the right to check to see if he has been defamed, and I don't know if it's Canadian law, and I don't know if it's I don't know any of that stuff. But using free speech as a shield to defame, I don't agree with that at all. Oh, Noah's in Canada. Oh.
I don't know, but
because by the way, this guy Noah's allowed to believe that shit. But if the court decides it's got no basis in fact based on the clips that he played, which by the way, probably the video is probably idiotic, then he may be able to receive some damages. Anybody else? Y'all in here. You got 200 of you. If you delete, I'll hear you out. If you disagree with me, I'll give you my side. I don't know. I think he's American. I don't know. Is he Canadian? I don't know. We'll see. I just think it's funny. I think it's, terrible. I disagree with you strongly. Well, you're allowed to, Drew. I hope.
Pretty sure it's from the States.
You're clearly you're a genocidal maniac, Drew. Oh, Ethan Klein hints he could be joining the potential lawsuit. No one says courtesy of Mutahar. I'm so thankful that Muta is taking a stand against this. Yes, we are in touch. Stay tuned. Sorry, Noah. Goodbye.
Ethan Klein was another one mentioned in his videos. So
call people murderers and just get away with it. I think you can think they're your murder. This is what I understand. So take this. I'm fucking just a dope. I'm an ex-soldier. I'm a washed up YouTuber. I think you're allowed to, it was like, I feel this way. But if you're presenting it as definitive proof, and that would be up for a court to decide, and he can show damages, you're fucked. You're fucked. That's the way I understand it. If you get some fucking lawyer and he says I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But that's the way I understand the way the laws work in defamation. Now you pissed off a bunch of millionaires. And what, Teddy, is he a billionaire? H3? How much is Teddy Fresh worth? How much is... Well, no. Ethan Klein, Israeli-American YouTuber. Bunch of people who can't dress fucking came up with a clothing line. Amazing to me. Teddy Fresh net worth? I don't know.
The thing is, it's like Ethan Klein himself is like 5 to 10 million.
Yeah, that's not. Who's CEO of Teddy Fresh? Hilla. Ethan Klein. What's she worth? Well, I want to know what the business is worth, which is also subjective. I don't know what the source is on it. It's all bullshit for I know. Like my point is, you're fucking with people with money. But yeah, I totally would have sued Warski if I could have. And Drummer's still living with his mother forever and taking care of her. Absolutely. I probably would have lost, though, to be perfectly honest with you, because I really didn't get damaged by it because nobody bought it. All Americans, it's only okay to fuck with people with no money. Yeah, Drew, you're out of your fucking mind. You can't be saying shit like that about anybody. You know what we should do? Socialize lawsuits, Drew, so we can all sue the fuck out of each other all the time. The problem is there's 3 outcomes. Muta goes through and wins, causing a ripple effect on you. I don't think it will. I don't think that'll be a ripple effect. Well, it might be a chilling effect. You could be right, Agent. Muta doesn't, nothing happens, which is probably the most likely. Muta loses and causes a ripple effect. You know what? Bring the ripple. I want to know where I stand.